In this video, it is tire test day. I love tire test day. I've been seeing all these new tires released from RoadsideRC, and I was curious, just how good are they? I'd already picked up a set of their 1.0 tires to try out on my Redcat Ascent 32. Really impressed with these rock claws. I loved how they feel. I liked the design of them. I thought they looked really cool. So now we have 1.9 10th scale crawler tires. These are the geckos that they just released. Pin design on here. If this doesn't say like cheater tire that's going to go over everything, I don't know what does. These are their razor wires, which kind of look like, you know, some other JConcepts tires that we've seen out there that are really popular. Have some of those negative voids in here, small lugs, and then like I mentioned, here are those rock claws of these, the most scale looking tire that's there, you know, maybe for more of a build like that. But we're going to check them out, and we're putting them up against a broken in set of JConcepts Tusks with some 3D printed inserts and everything in it. So they're up against some pretty steep competition, but wanting to just give them some level of a reference of how good they are versus something that maybe you already are familiar with. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. First thing I want to talk about is the sizes and kind of the specs and what I saw with these tires as I assembled them to some wheels. All of these tires did come with some just standard foams included in them, and 3 of the 4 have those standard foams in them. The other has the dual stage foam. So what I'm going to do is on every test, one of the front tires is going to have the dual stage, the other is going to have the single stage. These dual stages are actually pretty nice. They have the same soft outer that would have come, it appears, with the factory one. It feels pretty similar, but then it has this nice hard dense foam inside, and you can just really tell the difference side by side. The standard insert tire still, it doesn't feel like it's actually filled out all the way. You can see it's kind of square. It's almost actually concave a little bit. Whereas the dual stage one, a lot more force in there. You can see we've rounded the tread out a little bit. Like there's definitely a little bit more overall fill within that tire. It looks a lot better that way. But what really matters with these dual stage inserts is when it comes to side hilling. So you get this tire and you just push on it sideways, and what it does is that whole foam just rolls over. You see that there at the bottom, and man, you're going downhill off camber and you start to turn and the tire does this, and I tell you what, they have a lot of lettering here, so maybe there's some traction there, but turns out sidewalls usually aren't very sticky. So if you get your tire all squished over like this, you're probably not getting a lot of traction out of it. On the other hand, if I take this tire and I do the same thing, you get that squish from that outer ring, but then that inner ring is super stiff. Like I just can't get it. So if you're doing that same thing, you're doing that same maneuver, you're going to get right there and you're going to have something to lean on. So if you are getting a set of these Upgrade RC tires, I actually highly suggest that you go ahead and pick up a set of these dual stage inserts as well. All the tires are mounted on some just standard aluminum 1.9 bead locks. 2 of these are from Trio. One of these is from the Amazon brand WPR HJY, but they do look kind of cool though. So all of these, no weights in them, no nothing as they come, except for the one of each that has the dual stage in them. As I assembled them, I did punch a hole. You should be able to see it right there. I punched 2 holes in every tire to make sure that they were vented. But in these rock claws, you can see trouble here getting them to mount. One tire, you can see it's slightly out here on this tire. You can see it's slightly out here on this tire. I think I got this one. That one looks like I actually got it good all the way around. I'll try to show you some pictures here where one side of this tire, the bead is molded, very square, very easy to mount up. The other side, for some reason, ended up being molded at kind of like a 45 degree or potentially even flatter than that. And over multiple tries, I finally got it to beat up like this, or to mount up like this, and I still ended up having issues there. So is this an issue with the mold on the rock claws? Is it an issue with like how they're being taken out of the mold or something like that as they're produced? I don't know. If you get these, watch as you assemble them. I think if I didn't get frustrated, I probably could have gotten these in eventually. You can see it on the other sizes. You know, 3 of the 4 are basically fine, and I got one that I finally just gave up on. I want to make sure you see the size here. So the Gecko, it claims that it is, from a width standpoint, 1.67. The Rock Claw claims 1.75, and the Razor Wire claims 1.85. So you gain 0.2 of an inch from left to right here. Now, I don't know, so much of like what foam you put in it and stuff like that also has an influence, but just to note, they are at least listed wider, and I think I can see a difference between the Gecko and this one. Obviously that matters for your build. Both the Gecko and the Rock Claw both claim 4.75 tall. The Razor Wire is marked as 5 tall. What's really interesting is as you stack them here side by side, it's really, there's not a 1/4 inch difference here. Like, it just isn't. It really depends on how you measure it, but if I put a scale down in between all of them, oh, it's really hard to say that there's a difference there. We're going to hit maybe 3, 4, 5 obstacles to see how these do. Again, famous JConcepts Tusks. These are the Revolt dual stage 3D printed inserts in them. Pretty great combo. We're going to use that as a baseline, then we're going to come back in and swap over to the other tires. What I'm probably going to show you, however, is change up time, and actually just have obstacle by obstacle, tire, so that you can see exactly back to back how they run. Well, that was very interesting to me. I hope it was for you as well. So just to be clear, I don't think I said it before. So the one tire that had the dual stage inserts in it was the right front every time. I made sure to put it in there. So you should have got to see that in action a couple times, a couple downhill, a couple off cambery things. You could see it and it worked really, really well, these dual stage inserts. I'm sitting here live after having tested them all, and without having been able to analyze the footage at a detail level, my initial reaction is that these, which are kind of a standard, these JConcepts Tusks, and again, I have some 3D printed inserts in them, and we know that in crawling, breaking in a tire and then having the proper insert in it makes a world of difference. And all three of these tires, I believe, hung right with these JConcepts. Anything that they could do, they could do. Anything it could not do, they could not do. It went over every obstacle that I could throw at them. If you're looking for more of a scale build, something that's going to be maybe on the trail, then obviously you're going to pick this one because it has the most scale appearance. The small lugs, all these biting edges, plus the super soft compound, I think it could be really good. I'd be curious almost what would happen if we came in and took some of these lugs out just to open up maybe on the shoulder, to open up just a little bit the tread. Otherwise, it really did great. The razor wires I was nervous about. In theory, it's larger, and they all had the same foams in them, even though I can't really measure a larger difference. I did notice more squish with them than the other tires. Again, maybe those foams aren't filled out quite as much as they otherwise would be. I believe if you are in a more loamy, dirty, muddy kind of situation, this is a no-brainer. You're in a situation where the 5.0 outside diameter on the sidewall doesn't matter. This can be a great, nice, aggressive tire, big shoulder. I think we did see a couple places where they just kind of fold a little bit. They fold a little bit instead of gripping, they fold over. It's kind of hard, I imagine, with this tire design to give you something that is super soft, but yet then also doesn't fold. I think that'd be a really hard thing to kind of design. Foam tuning inside, some of that kind of thing. I think lots of opportunity there. Lots of opportunity. I would love to see some people even better than me get a hold of these, tune them, wear them in, break them in, and see just how good they can do. I believe for me, probably the winners from a just sheer performance standpoint, as you would imagine, are the geckos. I thought it was interesting to see the little sticks and stuff actually get stuck in between these itty bitty little lugs. It would pick things up. Because I guess it would flex open and then it would grab them and it would come around the tire with it. Really interesting on this one. As this tire continues to break in, or if we did more of a 3D printed insert in it or something like that, I would love to see how this thing is going to do. I think next up for me, RoadsideRC, I believe, also has just released a couple other tires. So I want to get my hands on them in order to do kind of a part 2 of this test. I think if I do it again, I'm going to get those dual stage inserts and just put them in everything from the start, because those really did seem quite nice. But I don't know, I'm curious your thoughts. Having seen this, having looked at the video footage, you've actually at this point seen it before I have. What do you think? Which one of these do you think performed the best for you and your needs? Do you want the more aggressive tire that looks gnarly and probably is going to perform really well in a variety of terrain? Do you want the little more scale looking tire? Is that what you would rather have? But that I think also is going to be a killer, especially on some smoother rock. Or do you want, I don't know, what we'll call it, the cheater tire? The kind of pin cheater tire. Which one do you think would be the one that you would get? If you're curious about any of these, I'll have a link to them down in the video description. If you're curious about any other tire testing I've done in the past, there'll be a link to a playlist up in the top right. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.